The human heart is weak. Let's go.
Welcome back, everyone. Hope you're having an awesome day. And today we're going to find out if the human heart truly is weak in our first sync grid build guide video for Pokemon Masters. We're going to do our boy Cyrus and Palkia. We're going to go through how to get him, how to unlock him and max him out, how go through his kit, go through a couple of sync grids as well, and see what he can do there. If you like, timestamps down below if you want to skip to anywhere in particular. But without further ado, let's get into it. So where do we unlock him? Well, it's actually quite simple. We go to the main story, we go down the bottom here, Legendary Adventures, and we go to New World Dilemma. That one will unlock him. You'll unlock him. You'll get him 20 out of 20. You'll get 5 copies, so he'll be 5 out of 5. And as you can see up the top there, you can get the Champion Spirit. I've already done the event when that was a thing, so he's already 6-star for me, so I haven't really done it yet. I probably should do it just to complete it. But I digress. So you should be able, once you finish this whole event, get a 6-star EX, Dragon type, relatively decent Water type striker, which isn't too bad, for free. So make sure to do that in all your Legendary Adventures to at least get that big boost at the start to get some stuff going. As you can see, he's a Dragon striker unit. He's also a Sinnoh villain and a Gadgeteer because he likes to tinker with a lot of things there. All of his moves here, we've got Spacial Rend, which is a Dragon type move, special. Critical hits will land a little bit more easily. Water Pulse, not really super important. I actually just pretty much ignore this ability here. But you have a 20% chance of leaving the target confused. If you feel like you need to do that, there are probably better units to be using instead of that. New World Order. Raise the user's special attack and speed by 3 stat ranks. Basically, you can max out your special attack and your speed, but you will take 25% of your remaining health as recoil damage. So you'll get hit with 25, and then you'll get hit with, like, I don't know, like 15% damage or something. Whatever your remaining health is, 25% of that or a quarter of that, which is not very ideal. And Hydro Pump, basically your big water damage move. 150 power special, no additional effects. That's all that really needs to be there. And his sync move here, the Emotional Void Spacial Rend, has a high chance of basically getting hit with a crit, so which is going to be very handy for his kit. You're going to see why in a moment. And when he's 6-star EX, it's going to hit everyone on the team, so big damage output. Passive skills, this is what he gets, not like a lucky skill. Critical Strike 9. So it's going to power up your attack when they become critical hits. As you saw, Spacial Rend and his sync move, big damage output when they're critical hits. And this is like a 90% extra bonus on that as well. And for his lucky skill, it does say more. Crit Strike 2, we get another 20% on top of that. Big crit damage output. Now, yeah, if the enemy has like Vigilance or Crit Shield, not super ideal. But if they don't, they're going to be in for a rude awakening. So for our first sync grid, this is going to be our Hydro Pump build, focusing on building around Hydro Pump and being like a water type off striker essentially, which is going to be very handy. So we've got the Hydro Pump refresh. Obviously, if you're using Hydro Pump, you want to refresh that bad boy, and extra damage bonuses as well. Refreshing Rain, 2 things will happen here. A, when you use New World Order, you take that damage. Getting some extra health while it's raining is going to be pretty handy there. And 2, it increases the damage of water type moves, so Hydro Pump's going to be a lot more damage output there. You can go for the accuracy nodes if you like. I probably wouldn't. If I really need it, I'll just bring someone in to up my accuracy. It's not really that big of a problem. But I think it's like 80 accuracy, so it's like a 4 out of 5 chance it's going to hit. I'm going to take my chances there. Next up, we've got First Aid 4. Once you hit 30% of your health, you'll just heal up to like 40% extra health there. Just passive healing. Very handy. New World Order won't bring you to that threshold. It'll bring you close though. If they get a big hit on you, you stay alive, you're going to get that first aid boost. Don't have to worry about using the potion, any healing ability or anything like that. Just get that health back, keep the healing going, should be nice. Healthy healing, gradual healing at the start of battle, go New World Order, lose all that health, and then start Hydro Pumping. You're going to start building it back up. If you have Rain as well, it's going to double up that healing, which will be nice. And then Hydro Pump ramming speed. Just, you know, yeah, you can max out your speed, so we may as well throw this in for the extra damage output there. Because we're basically building around Hydro Pump, big surprise. And for these 2 nodes here, they're just the free energy ones that you can get, which actually isn't too bad because it basically takes no energy to get to First Aid, which is really good. Favorite ability in the game, I love First Aid. And they'll just give you some extra stat boosts there. So that's the Hydro Pump build. There's some off damage striker. For a couple of side notes like Sharp Entry and Critical Focus, again, I'll just bring a support in that can up my crit rate. It's not really super important for me to kind of build that stuff up. So I'll just focus on getting some extra damage out with Hydro Pump. The healing with First Aid, excellent. Again, if you don't want First Aid, you want the Hydro Pump accuracy nodes, could work. I just like the extra healing, you know, the on-demand healing, essentially. And secondly is going to be our Spacial Sync build, utilizing Spacial Rend and our Sync move, because they're both Dragon-type moves. It's basically like your Dragon Striker build and your Sync Nuke build that you're going to be running. So first off, we've got, obviously, First Aid. Same reason I said before, I love the on-demand healing. Why you wouldn't be running First Aid, I don't know. But if you don't want to run it, you don't have to. I'm just going to run it for this build here anyway. And then we've got, obviously, our Sync move upgrades. We want to hit our Sync move pretty hard. So getting those upgrades is going to be pretty important. Spacial Rend move gauge refresh. Obviously, we're using Spacial Rend. You want the move gauge refresh. Catastrophe 2, which is going to be helpful. It's going to power up our user sync move when it becomes a critical hit. Now remember, we have Crit Strike 9, Crit Strike 2 is our lucky skill, Catastrophe 2, and another Catastrophe 2 over here, which is also one of the free ones because the speed is a 0. Very nice. That means that is basically a critical hit sync move bonus, which I remember our sync move hits a crit as well. It has a high chance. 15 times, well, 1.5 or 150%, whatever multiplier, however you want to say it. It's basically critical strike 15, okay? Big damage output. You want to be running that. And then Spacial Rend ramming speed, for the same reason we run it on the Hydro Pump build. If you're going to be raising your speed anyway, you're going to max that bad boy out, max the special attack out. Spacial Rend's going to be hitting with crits as well, and then you're going to have the extra speed damage output as well. Going to be very good damage. As you can see, very much built around speed and crits. Obviously, if the enemy cannot be hit by crits, not super ideal, but when's the last time you versed something that had, like, you know, critical hit shield or something? Not very many units have that on the enemy there. So very good unit here to basically crit your enemies. You could go like a Water Pulse build. I've tried it. It's not as good as you think it is. Even with the rain, the aggravation's nice. If you want to use it as like a tech move, maybe, but I would probably just run the Hydro Pump because, you know, like, yeah, confusing the enemy's great, but knocking it out in one shot's probably even better, you know? But yeah, that's going to be our first sync build guide, going through all the different, well, the couple of sync grids I have there. Thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Let me know down below if I helped you kind of build this character a little bit better. Again, they're the 2 grids I like to use on him. If you have any ideas, let me know down below. And I will see you in the next video, whenever that comes out. Catch you around.